everyone, this is Beth Castellini with Lizzie Stamps, and today I'm here to show you another fun suite that is in our new mini catalog, January through April of this year. And I love new products, and every 6 months we do have new products that come out. And so the mini catalog, of course, is full of bright colors and cheerful products. So it's really, really fun to play with all of the new goodies. So I did want you to know too, during this time, when you order, you can order any product from Stampin' Up, but also when you order out of the mini catalog, we have a fun celebration that goes on from now until February 28th. And so here is our Sale-a-Bration catalog. So what that means is for every $60, you can pick a free product. So I just want to go over really quick some of the free products that you can get for a $60 order. So you have this one, and this is a cute set. It doesn't even need stamps, but it's a cute card kit called Rainbow Celebration Kit to put together. Everything, all the die cuts come, the cute envelopes with the clouds. I think it's really, really cute. It's really easy to put together. And then you have this fun fruit salad 6x6 designer series paper where you get 48 sheets of that, 4 of each design. And this one, I haven't used it yet, but Friendly Seagulls just screams like so much fun. You've got really the cute seagulls with the fish and the shells and the French fries, really cute. And then this one is also the embossing folder, the Starstruck embossing. That's really fun, especially for like birthday cards. And this is the day to celebrate. Really fun. This one actually goes with one of our bundles that's in the mini catalog called Terrific Toadstools. And this paper coordinates with it. And beautiful bright colors. I love it. The paper's really, really cute and fun. You can also get the Fresh Freesia seam binding ribbon, very pretty. And then this Pick the Season, which I love because it's the different stamps throughout the season that you can create. Really cute. If you also, here's another one, Dance With Me. And then these purple adhesive back embellishments, which we are going to be using today. And then the Bloom Impressions Designer Series paper. I mean, that's a lot of products that you can choose from. But if you decide you would like to place a $120 order, you can get this heart-shaped bundle that comes with the dies. And here's some of the samples. And this one, the Corner in Bloom. That's really fun, especially if you like coloring. But you don't have to, but really cute. I love the corners. And the other exciting thing that's going on, if you decide that you'd like to try out Stampin' Up and see what we're all about, you can get almost up to $217 worth of product for just $99. So let me explain that. So first of all, if you sign up, you will be able to order products for 20% off. So when you place your first order after you've joined, then you get 20% off savings, which is really, really nice. It adds up. It's great. So you have two options if you decide to join Stampin' Up during this Sale-a-Bration time, which is now through February 28th, 2025. You can pick your choice of 2 marker sets from the Stampin' Right markers, which they go in color families, brights, neutrals, regals, subtles. Plus, you get this beautiful handmade design stamp set, which is exclusive to you all who decide to join, which is really nice. It's got a handmade by, and it has this nice, have the best day, thank you so much, and these cute, wonderful outline drawn stamps. And this is a red photopolymer stamp, so it's great to use the markers on rubber stamps. So that's the first option. The second option is your choice of an additional $30 in free product. So you have 2 choices. So for some of you that are new to Stampin' Up, I think this is a great deal to pick a color family and then to use this stamp set and then just buy some cards and envelopes that we sell. It's a great idea. And especially right now, you get more bang for your buck. So I just love that they give you the bonus options. So here's some ideas of the stamp set that you can get exclusively if you sign up. So I love that they stamped it and then they drew lines. I just love that they drew lines around it. Here's this one. Very simple. It's just great that you can, if you decide that you want to buy some of the products in the new catalog, you can use this to mix or match. So it's really, really fun. All right. So you can see more about that and more about the joining incentive on my website. All right. So here is our new catalog. We have, let's see how many pages. We have 63 pages worth of new product. And I love this catalog because not only does it show the new product, but it also gives you ideas. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So today's card that we will be making is the Beautiful Bokeh Suite Collection. All right, if you look over here, which is so pretty, look at all these ideas. Now, I went ahead and copied this idea from this one. And look at that. Isn't that so pretty? And I stamped it and then I colored it in with our Stampin' Right markers. And then on the inside, and then I stamped the little butterfly and colored it in. It's so cute. And the paper that goes with this is very versatile. So I'll show you what the whole suite entails. And here's another one. And this is part of the dies that come with the suite collection. And look what it does. Look at that. It opens up. It makes it so that you can just have the butterfly as a flap of the card. And look how special and fun that is. So I'm going to show you everything that I used in this. Look at that. It's just so pretty. And I basically copied it out of here. So today we're going to be working on this one. We're going to be using watercolor paper. But let me give you a little idea of what is in the catalog. So when you look at the suite collections, you have a number right here, and that is the whole price of the whole collection. So what that includes is the Beautiful Butterflies bundle. Now it comes with, I'm going to show you, it comes with dies as well as a hybrid embossing folder. So what I mean by hybrid is that you can cut out the butterfly as well as emboss at the same time. So you can lay your sheet of paper across. So for example, the watercolor paper, and all I did to cut it out is I just laid this on top, ran it through our Stampin' Emboss and cut machine. And then what it did, and I'll show you, is that it went ahead and cut out and embossed, look at this, at the same time. So here is the embossed side and then the debossed side. And we're going to use the debossed side today. And then what else is fun is that I went ahead for the background of the card is I used just this white piece of basic white, and I just laid it down and then ran it through the Big Shot. So you have this beautiful detailed embossed piece, okay? And then the other dies that come with it, and I'm going to show you the stamp set in a minute, but here's the butterfly that makes this card. So very, very fun. And then you have these beautiful detailed butterflies, and then you have the little butterfly bodies, and here's the butterfly that can cut out and emboss at the same time, which is really fun. And then this one is the detailed butterfly. Again, you can cut it out and run it through the Stampin' and Cut and Emboss machine, and you can cut it out and have the detail right there. It's really, really pretty. So it's a very versatile die set with the embossing folder. I think you get a lot of that. So you get the bundle, and let me show you the stamp set. And here's the stamp set. Beautiful butterflies. This is a clear photopolymer stamp set. And look at the detailed butterflies. And look at the wings. That's so pretty. And then here you have more of the detailed stamp butterflies. And then you have, I love the typeset and script writing. And then you have this cute little dot stamp. That's what I did to go around here. And then I used the butterfly wings to stamp on the butterfly. Okay, so that is a great stamp set. Wonderful. Clear photopolymer. I love using the clear photopolymer. And then, okay, so we've gone over, let me just make sure I get all my pieces together. So we've gone over the bundle. Now, if you didn't want to get the whole suite, you still can buy the bundle at a 10% savings, which is the hybrid embossing folder, the dies, and the stamp set. But of course, I love everything and want it all together. So what else you can get with this suite is the paper. I'm just going to show you the paper. You get 48 sheets and the Beautiful Bokeh, and it's got Balmy Blue, Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, and Fresh Freesia. So you get 4 sheets of each design. They're really pretty. The bouquet, I love the bouquet effect. And then it's got another splatter effect on the side. So the majority of the paper in those colors are all about the same, which is so pretty. I really think this is, I just love the vibrancy of the colors. So they all have the bouquet on one side, and then they have this splatter on the other. So that is part of that suite. And then the last thing are these cute little itty bitty bouquet mix. Now it's a lot, okay? You get a lot of little pieces. They're all loose. So you do have to hunt and peck when you're using it, which is what I did with this one. I used the glass, the cute little like glass balls, half balls, and then you've got this cute little glitter circle. So I used those to decorate the card. So you get a lot of these. I mean, this goes a long way. So that is what's in the suite collection. So I'm really excited to play with it, and I had fun making the cards. So we're going to go ahead and get started. All right. So the card we are making today is this one. And I love the watercolor effect of this card. I think it's so adorable. And then all I did was stamp the hello, and then I fussy cut it out. And then I'm going to use these beautiful gems that you get, the sequence gems that you get as a free Sale-a-Bration product if you place a $60 order. And these are the purple adhesive sequin back gems. I love them. They're sparkly, they're fun. So we're going to be using that today. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So we do sell watercolor paper, and this is our Fluid 100 watercolor paper. It comes in a pack of 10, and they are 5 by 7. So you really could cut it in half, and that's what I did. Cut it in half to cut out the butterfly. So really this sheet is about half, maybe a little bit smaller. So I love this watercolor paper. It's very thick. It's really porous. It's really great to use. So we're going to go ahead and start with that. So I'm going to go ahead and get some paper towel. And then our silicone mat. Our silicone mat is great for when you're gluing things, especially detailed items, onto your card. But I'm going to use this as a mat to color in. Now I am using, this is an aqua painter, but we do have the brushes, and I tend to use this one. I think it's better, but we used to sell these, and then we switched to different water painters. But I do love this aqua painter. So this has this tip, and so it's nice, and it keeps it. And then you've got your barrel that you can add water, and it shows you to the line. So it really goes a long way when you're doing it. So the first thing we're going to do, and there's no wrong or right side. So one is like, you'll see it's a little bit more, I guess, debossed, I want to say, watercolor paper, and then this is a little bit more bumpy on this side, so it really doesn't matter. But I'm going to go ahead and do it on this side. The first thing, oh, actually, that's what I used. I already did the butterfly. So the butterfly, I decided, I love the embossed part of the butterfly, but I love the debossed side. What does debossed mean? That it's in the indent part, but I love seeing the lines more. And then this is the other side, which is so pretty, but I just think this is a little bit more detailed, so that's why I'm using it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I am going to wet my watercolor paper, okay? And I want to wet it because I would like to have the watercolor paper already moist, and so it's ready to have the ink be attached to it, okay? So I'm just going to make sure that I've got all of it. Just want to make sure I get the edges. And you can actually do it on this first and then dry it and then cut it out. But I just went ahead and did it this way first. There's no right or wrong way. So, all right. So now the first color I'm going to take, actually, I'm going to use my Balmy Blue first. And I'm going to make a puddle on the lid. So how I do that is I'm going to press down on the lid. And you see how I got that little puddle? But I'm just going to push down a little bit harder. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of water to the paint. I just want it a little bit more wet. And then I'm going to go ahead and just go across. Now, it looks like it's going on pretty dark, but once you can keep squeezing water on it. And as you can see, I've done that. And then I'm going to go across this way. I'm not going to do the antennae. So, okay, so then I'm just going to go ahead and add more. And I can keep adding more if I want to. Remember, on watercolor paper, you can't take away, but you can continue to add on. So I'm just going to do it on the top part of the butterfly wings. I just love how, if you notice, it's capturing, I love that it's already capturing the veins of the butterfly. Okay, now I'm going to wipe this off. This is what I love about our silicone mat. It's just great. I could use it on my glass mat as well, but for filming, because of the glare, I go ahead and just put a silicone mat over it so it doesn't glare. All right, so I'm done with that. Now, what I like to do is I just like to clean off the puddle because I just don't want more wet onto my stamp pad. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that and close it up. And then we're going to take the Berry Burst. Now the Berry Burst is, again, it's a brighter color, so you really don't want to have a lot on here. But I'm going to go ahead again. I'm going to make a puddle. There we go. And I definitely want to water this down. So I'm going to keep adding some water. See how bright and vibrant that color is? And I just really just want to tone it down just a smidge. But as I said, it'll come off across like it's strong, but once it dries, then it's going to fade just a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And it's okay if it bleeds over the Balmy Blue. I really don't, it doesn't matter to me about that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and squeeze off my aqua painter. So what's great is your aqua painter, you just squeeze out the water from the color before, and then it starts to be new again. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to do a little bit more right here. All right. So I'm going to squeeze that off. And again, I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my lid. There we go. All right. And then we can close it up and we're ready to go. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, now you could let this dry. It takes like an hour or so to dry. But to speed things up, and I'm just going to move everything over just a little bit, is I'm going to dry it with my heat tool. Okay, so here's my heat tool. And I have a high setting and a low setting, and I'm going to use the high setting. And what's nice about this glass mat, and it might take a minute to warm up, but it gets very, very hot, but I can just keep this on my glass mat. And this is another great tool to have in your craft room. And it won't heat up. So I'm going to continue to dry this. And the watercolor paper, when you're using your heat tool, it dries fairly quickly. And notice how the colors have faded just a little bit, but I do love the color combination. Okay. So that's it. That's all it takes. It doesn't take very long. And as you can see, my glass mat's not even hot. It's great about this tool. Okay. Now, so now we're ready to go ahead and stamp everything. So I'm going to take, and I have my pieces ready to go. So let me give you an idea of what I took. This is a 3 3/4 by 5 piece of basic white, and I ran it through the embossing folder like I showed you. Then I have a piece of the Bokeh designer series paper, and this is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So this will go all the way across my card. When I'm using white, basic white cardstock, when you're using it for a card base, what I like to do is I like to use our thick. And this keeps the stability of the card when you're adhering all the pieces to your card. So I love that we have that versatility of our basic white. So I've already done the fold. So I'm going to go ahead, fold into the mountain. There's the valley. Here's the mountain. I'm going to go ahead and fold into the mountain, match up my corners, even though I have already done the crease, but I really want to make sure I keep the corners, make it nice and flat. Okay, so there we go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere. Now look how pretty that splatter is, using those pretty colors, and then the Berry Burst Bouquet background on this one. I could do this side. That might be really pretty because I did this one on that side. So let's go ahead. Well, actually, I'm just going to do it this way. I do like the muted colors better. So when you're covering a whole card front, and I love to use liquid glue, and I definitely want to make sure I sort of get to all the corners and the edges of this. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add it. And what's a great thing about our silicone mat, I'm just going to bring it back in, is that I can go ahead and glue this on with our mat. And if any glue gets on, it's not going to get on our work surface, but it's just going to, and I'm going to make sure I'm matching up my corners. And the liquid glue gives you a little bit of comfort room to move things around, which I really, really like. So here it is. There we go. I'm just going to smooth it out so all that glue spreads all over. All right. And if a little glue gets out, if you notice a little glue got out there, I just rub it off and it's ready to go for the next project. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add our card front of 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to do it not this way. I'm going to turn it just a little bit, because when we add the butterfly is going to be right there. So I want to go ahead and glue it there. Again, because it's an embossed piece of paper, I'm going to make sure I get in all those nooks and crannies. There we go. All right. And this glue, a little dab will do you, but you notice I just used a lot. But because it's embossed, I want to make sure that it adheres to the card front. So there you go. There's that. All right, and then you're going to have your pretty butterfly there. And then also the die, and here's the body that we're going to go ahead and glue on right here. I'm going to go ahead and glue that so it dries. So that's why you want to dry the watercolor paper and make sure it's really dry so you can adhere the bodice. And I did not do the antennae because I definitely want it to like be a little 3D effect. So it just matches right on top of the butterfly. I love the contrast with the black. It's just so pretty. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and we'll glue that. And actually I'm going to use my Stampin' Dimensionals. We have mini and then we have this size. So I'm going to go ahead and use these, and I'm going to be generous with this because you watercolored it. Okay. So I'm definitely going to add a lot of dimensionals. I really want to make sure that it sticks onto our card base. Okay, so there you go. What's nice about our dimensionals is they're glued on both sides, so you adhere what you want glued down first, and then you peel off the backings, and there you go. You're all ready to go. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and glue it. Put it right there. There. So it gives a nice little 3D effect. It pops out. I think it's so pretty. Okay, so we've gone ahead and done that. And then we'll adhere our embellishments at the very end. But we're going to go ahead, and I've got a scrap piece of basic white. And I am going to go ahead and stamp with the Berry Burst, the hello. Okay, and then I'm also going to stamp the inside, which says, in case you need me, I'm here. And I'm going to put it in the bottom corner. Make sure, there we go. And I love the photopolymer because I can see through my acrylic block. That's a little off, but it's so pretty. Okay, so there you go. And I'm going to close this up because we do not want Berry Burst all over the place. And I'm going to go ahead and use my Stampin' Chamois to clean off. Really great tool. You reuse it over and over again, no matter if it gets really dirty. It lasts a really long time. I do want to let you know, when you are using darker colors on the clear photopolymer, it will stain it a little bit, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to show up on your next card in that color. All right, so let's fussy cut. Now, people have a thing about fussy cutting. I actually think it's quite relaxing. So I'm just going to cut this down a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I like to go around to the right, like to around the left. Now I'm left-handed, so maybe that's why. But all I'm going to do is follow the curvature of the word, and I'm going to move my paper. I'm not even moving my scissors. Just a little bit there, but then see how I'm going around? That's the great thing about fussy cutting. And I'm just leaving a little bit of white edge around it. But I'm moving it around the curves. If you see how I'm doing that, I'm just going to cut down a little bit more. So there we go. And I'm going to turn it around. There we go. So I really find it relaxing. Some people, it drives them crazy. But once you start doing it and get the hang of it, it becomes easier and easier. So here we go, the hello. Here we go. Okay, and I'm just going to cut off that little edge that didn't curve. All right, so there you go. Not too bad. Let me cut this a little bit. Curve, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and adhere it to the butterfly. And so I just want it to hang off a little bit. So I'm going to use a mini dimensional, but see how the H is on the butterfly? So we're going to make it level with the butterfly that's been put on with dimensionals. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on. So I'm going to go ahead and get a mini glue dot. Here are our mini ones, and put it on the hello. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid glue to the H. Just a little bit. Okay. All right, and take off my backing. All right. And then I'm just going to put the hello right there. That's it. Okay? How cute is that? There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and add our purple adhesive back gems. And you can see I had Card Club, and so we've used it quite a bit. But we're going to go ahead and open it up. Look at these shades of purple. So cute. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, and with your Take Your Pick tool, you get the part that has the putty on the edge. And I use the putty a lot. And as the putty wears off, you can pull off the dead part and then keep turning it, and then it'll keep popping out more. So it does last a long time. So we're going to go ahead and use these. So I'm just going to push down. Look how easy it is to lift up. And I'm going to be generous with my gems. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some. Oop, that one didn't want to come off. Here we go. Put it up there. Okay, there we go. And then add another one right there. And then we're going to add a big one right here and another small one. So I like to do everything by 3, 5, 7, 9. I like to do everything odd numbers because it sort of balances out the card. All right, and my last one there. This little one doesn't want to come off the putty. There we go. Okay, so cute. Okay, so that's it. Really fun card. Doesn't take that long to do. Love the watercoloring. And I do love that the cards, here's my other one. So I did use different gems. And then I have this card that I showed you, that die that just cuts out the flap front with the butterfly. So cute. And then this one, just very simple stamping and coloring in. So I hope you really enjoyed that. And I would love to see how you like the card if you'll leave a comment down below. And also, if you would like a catalog, the mini catalog and a Sale-a-Bration catalog, just let me know. You can DM me and you can leave me a comment and let me know. And I'm more than happy to send you one within the United States. So I hope you enjoyed this. I really hope you'll give the watercoloring a try on embossed images and see what you come up with. I hope you have a great day and happy stamping.